Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX with me, Devika Devan. Tamil Nadu politics is changing faster than expected. Annamalai announced the start of a movement that will eventually turn into a political party and contest the next Tamil Nadu elections. Is he finally quit the Bharatiya Janata Party after days of speculation? The former BJP Tamil Nadu chief said that there was a need to come out of cult politics and usher in common man politics in Tamil Nadu as he announced his Annamalai Makkal Iyakkam movement. Annamalai, an IPS officer who served in Karnataka, quit the police service in 2019 to run an organization called We the Leaders Foundation. Most of the volunteers of his new movement will likely be from this outfit. He joined the BJP in 2020 and within a year was made the state president. Currently, the website is over 7 lakh volunteers and counting. The website, breaking from tradition, presented him as its chief servant rather than its president, a term he appears to have borrowed from his mentor Prime Minister Narendra Modi, whom he has often credited with inspiring his entry into politics. His aggressive campaigns against the MK Stalin-led DMK government and his Padyatra significantly raised the BJP's visibility, remember, in the southern state. It was a crucial period as the BJP has historically struggled to gain a foothold in Tamil Nadu. However, the BJP's decision to align with the AIADMK for the 2026 Tamil Nadu polls fueled a rift between the party and its state president Annamalai, who was in favor of going solo. Annamalai's resignation came after he travelled to Delhi earlier this week and held hectic meetings with Union Home Minister Amit Shah and BJP President Nitin Nabin. In his resignation letter, Annamalai cited disagreements with the party leadership over its political strategy in Tamil Nadu. His exit from the party has drawn comparisons with actor-turned-politician Vijay, whose entry into politics changed the traditional dominance of the state's Dravidian parties. Moreover, Tamil Nadu BJP faced a jolt after 2 leaders walked out of the party just hours after Annamalai's resignation. BJP State Vice President Karun Nagarajan and State Secretary Sumati Venkatesh have also tendered their resignations. The big question is, can Annamalai build a regional political force with a nationalist outlook in a state that has long been dominated by Dravidian politics? We take this conversation forward. Professor D.K. Giri, political commentator with us, Nanda Kumar, political analyst, Mr. K.V. Lakshman, political analyst, and Himanshu Bhatt, senior journalist with us as well. Let me begin with Professor D.K. Giri. Professor D.K. Giri, I want to understand from you, sir, as far as Annamalai quitting the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned and starting his own movement, do you think that this could have an impact on the politics of Tamil Nadu the way Annamalai is perhaps envisioning, or are we expecting that this movement could possibly fizzle out, that he may not be able to get the strength and the numbers and the support that a Vijay could, who also used his popularity as an actor?
It could go either way, but Vijay, of course, is a dramatic rise. Annamalai was in the party for a year. He was the president of BJP. And, it's more than that meets the eye. You see, Annamalai comes from a particular caste, Kanduri caste, which Palaniswamy also comes. Palaniswamy has not delivered in ANADMK. So his community were trying to build another second line leadership. So that's one factor. The other is, there is a theory that BJP might have stage managed it and they would have asked Annamalai to quit the leadership or quit the party and float a regional party, because BJP realized that the national parties in Tamil Nadu have had no traction since 1950s, except the last chief minister in 1950, the Congress chief minister. It has been dominated by Dravidian parties. So a theory doing the round that BJP would have advised him to leave the party and float a new party which would have the blessings and backing of BJP. So it could go either way, but now it is honeymoon for Vijay. He has won the elections and he is the new chief minister with his star power behind him. But Annamalai also is a good speaker, an articulate person. He knows what people like to hear. He has a background in police service, so he has credibility and he was doing well in BJP. Like you said, his Padayatra had brought BJP into some reckoning, and all that was happening. But for his sudden exit from the party leaves more questions than answered, really. So my strong feeling that there is a strategy behind it. So it is not falling out of the leadership. Of course, there are other theories that he was too rash and he was rubbing people on the wrong side. He was too big for Tamil Nadu BJP and too small for Delhi BJP. So in between Annamalai stands. But time would say he would not give up easily, and then there would be, like you were saying, there are lots of volunteers joining his website. So it won't cut ice very soon or make an impact because the TVK is having the heyday with the electorate. So unless it fumbles during its rule, Annamalai will not be able to have a breakthrough. But his strategy is for the next elections, really, 2031 or 2030s. Yeah. So that's what people are saying. The buzz from the ground is that there are many factors behind this particular act. But certainly, the theory has the credence that he might have the blessings of top leadership in doing what he has done.
Okay, Himanshu, but bringing you into the conversation. Himanshu, but quite interestingly, when the election result came out, a lot of people conjectured that Annamalai was the one who started this movement, grassroots movement in Tamil Nadu, the anti-establishment movement in Tamil Nadu. And somehow Vijay was able to capitalize on it. He was able to use his popularity as an actor and also the work that he's done on the ground for several years. He was able to use all of that to win the election. But now that Vijay has won the election, they really, he's really changed the face of Tamil Nadu politics as we see it going forward. Does that open up genuinely the doors for an Annamalai to also perhaps use the same strategy and get rid of what he calls dynastic politics and now also wanting to take on the cult politics? He's saying that this is just a result of cult politics that we see in Tamil Nadu, but this is still not a very grounded movement by the common man. This is still not a government of the common man. That's the vision that he's trying to bring forward. But do you think Vijay's victory has really opened up or paved the way for an Annamalai to make his point in the next election?
Okay, Devika, you have asked a long question. Give me a little time. Let me give you for one statistical figures. In 2026 assembly election, BJP's vote share was just 2.97%. Against that, in the previous election, Lok Sabha elections, BJP, when it went alone, formed a third front. Its vote share was 11.2%. From 11.2 to 2.97% is a drastic reduction. And why has that drastic reduction come about? Annamalai was practically inactive. That's number one. Number two, his way of going alone, not with AIADMK or DMK. Because basically, the center wanted Dravidian politics to go out of Tamil Nadu and replaced by a nationalistic party. Now, that was the basic aim. When this happened, what happened was, under the pressure of Palaniswamy and other AIADMK people, BJP formed an alliance before the elections. The result was AIADMK was also decimated and so was BJP. BJP's voter could not tolerate this. Let's understand that one thing very well. And you are talking of cult politics. Tamil Nadu has been a state of cult politics despite having a Dravidian parties at the helm for 75 years. Now Vijay has come. What's the difference? What's the difference between MGR, Jayalalitha, Karunanidhi and Vijay? They were all cult figures. They were all cult figures in their own time. So what I'm trying to tell you is, now in Tamil Nadu politics, right from the beginning, if you see the history of 75 years after independence, it has been either AIADMK and DMK. Last 50 years, certainly that is the case. It has been DMK or AIADMK. There has been no space for the third one. Even this time, when you see the results, when Vijay came in first, TVK came first, DMK came second, and the third one, AIADMK, got withered away after winning 45-50 seats. Palaniswamy is basically having no say or no standing as far as the state of the full Tamil Nadu is also concerned. So I feel that, Annamalai splitting from BJP is a very, very calculated strategic move by BJP, wherein they found difficult to gain traction as a national party because of the language barrier. In such a case, they would want their, biggest prodigy of Tamil politics, Annamalai, who has worked for the people, who has done a lot of social work, who has a goodwill among the people, to let him go out, float a regional party, fight 2031 elections, and make a name for himself. Now here, what happens is, Congress in the past had floated so many regional parties, gave a birth to so many of the regional parties. Now here, I find this interesting strategic experiment being conducted in a state of Tamil Nadu, actually to keep Dravidian politics away, which were a soft anti-national politics that has been going on. See, opposing Hindi is not an issue. The issue here is they are talking in terms of, Sanatan is diseased. It must be cured. It must be given away. So this sort of politics needs to go out, and for that BJP, after losing elections, have played a strategic game and let Annamalai go out of BJP and make a hay while the sun shines, because there is a definite space in Tamil Nadu today for the second party or the third party, because AIADMK is withering out. In such a case, there is a ripe fruit there. Quite a bit of AIADMK voter can be very easily attracted to people like Annamalai, who communicates with them in their own language. Now, this is one thing which I find strategically very, very interesting. And I will not be surprised, starting from the southern part of Tamil Nadu, Coimbatore and Kanyakumaris and, down south of Tamil Nadu, this social movement will have a great traction, which will be in a direct competition with this cult politics of Vijay. Because basically, Vijay, he has come on the negative. I put it that way because what I have seen is people were fed up with this DMK. They didn't want DMK to come back, and they had nobody from AIADMK whom they can rely on. BJP also failed to give a creditable substitute to the people, and so they fell for Vijay. It's very simple as that, according to me. And so I find this, this experiment, because this resignation letter is written on 2nd of June, and he was in Delhi. So much of speculation was going on. Media was talking left, right, and center. But did it create a fuss? It did not. Everything went on smoothly. When you see the visuals of Amit Shah talking with Annamalai, you find absolutely no difference between them.
Yes.
They were laughing and talking. Whereas things were decided.
Okay.
It was known. That is what I feel.
Okay.
Even BJP knows this.
Yes, and that's also happening because Annamalai announced that he wanted to resign last year, but he was just told by the party leadership that because of course that would have been one of the biggest controversies of the Tamil Nadu elections, and the BJP clearly wanted to stay away from that controversy at that point in time. They were probably thinking that they're going to do really well in the elections because of the anti-incumbency factor of the DMK, but clearly the political parties, the political stalwarts were not able to read the situation on the ground, that people were not interested in an AIA-DMK just because there was anti-incumbency vis-a-vis a DMK, and instead they went for an entirely new player. Maybe if they had followed the advice of an Annamalai, who knows, the result would have been different. Mr. Nandakumar, bringing you in on that. I want to understand from your perspective, do you think that somewhere the results could have been different and perhaps the BJP, maybe should have followed the instinct of an Annamalai, and will he be able to then build on that instinct and his understanding of the people of Tamil Nadu? What is your take on this entire matter?
Yeah, BJP has given a free hand to Annamalai because a party like BJP has never given their presidentialship to anybody who comes into the party, and that too within just 1.5 years. So such a credit they have given to Annamalai, and they have given free hand of fighting the election 2024 alone. In spite of Annamalai's decision to go alone, still Mr. Modi and Amit Shah was having a thought of going together with ADMK, because the statistics that point of time, if they would have aligned together, ADMK and BJP, 13 out of 39 seats, they were about to win this election. But still they gave the freedom to Annamalai to fight on his own strategy, but it was not successful. Then comes 2026 election, wherein BJP don't wanted to build the percentage of vote. Even Dr. Giri was speaking about the vote percentage, or sorry, the previous sir has spoken about the percentage of vote share. They have built about 11.33%, and this 2026 it has come down to 2.97%. But the thing is that in 2024 they have fought on 23 MP seats, which is equivalent to that of 138 MLA assembly seats in Tamil Nadu. But in 2026, they have fought with their alliance in the lotus symbol. They have contested 33 seats. So out of 33 seats, they have got 2.97. If you do a pro rata for 138, the percentage of vote share will be 12.42%. So the vote share in the permutation combination, not a great loss for BJP, but this 2026 strategy of BJP was to get the seat share rather than the vote share. So they wanted to align with ADMK, and that too this alignment was brought in place by none other than Mr. Amit Shah. 1 year earlier, he has come down to Chennai and he has announced his alignment with AIADMK. But this 2026 also, BJP's headquarters strategy also got failed because of the entry of Mr. Vijay TVK. Because before TVK, BJP or Annamalai was fighting for their relevance. Now after TVK, Annamalai has to fight for his political space. Because today also he was talking about inclusive politics, youth politics and change politics. All these three have been demonstrated and succeeded by TVK in 2026. If you see the current 17th assembly, there are 49 MLAs less than or equal to 40 years of age, which represents 21% of the assembly. Whereas it was only 14 MLAs, that is 6% it was earlier. If you take the ministry, out of 35, there are 12 ministers are less than or equal to 40 years age, which is 34% of the ministry. So this is youth politics already they have brought in. And inclusive politics, Annamalai was talking about. Even in this ministry, if you see, there are 8 SC MLAs have been made ministers and 2 Brahmins, because in Tamil Nadu, traditionally, this was not happening. And this time, 2 Brahmin MLAs have been given ministers, and the good representation of minorities also. Even Mr. Vijay, he himself represents the minority community and he is the CM. So whatever Annamalai has spoken about inclusive politics also, it has been succeeded or demonstrated by TVK. And he was talking about common man politics. In this election, if you see, Tamil Nadu, as earlier spokespersons have spoken, people voted based on caste, religion. Our mosque has informed us to vote for this particular party, or the church has given the mandate to vote for certain party. And also there is money power. Every election, every party gives away money. They try to do the vote from the common public. So this caste, religion, money power, everything it has been broken by TVK. So they could able to win 108 seats in just 2 years, 4 months by securing 34.92 percentage in Tamil Nadu electoral system. So far since independence, no party has secured this kind of a percentage in their first elections. So they have made enormous change in the system. So that is why I personally feel Annamalai has missed the bus, because in politics always timing matters. If he would have started his party or the own party before, as he was saying, 18 months I was in disappointment, frustration. If he would have started by then, that is which was he was mentioning about 6 months down the line of 2024 elections. If he would have started the party by then, definitely we could have made some dent in these 2026 elections. But now it is very difficult to attract votes again from TVK, because whatever the vote bank of TVK, if we analyze, it's anti-DMK, anti-ADMK. This is what BJP, as Annamalai, president of this BJP, they were eyeing for. That has been swept away by TVK. Even anti-BJP vote, what DMK was harvesting so far, that anti-BJP vote also has been harvested. Even the pro-BJP votes also have been harvested by TVK. So when you lose your vote share to a particular party, and all of a sudden, if you are coming and making an announcement, the voters may not come down immediately, because just recently they have invested in the political experiment in Tamil Nadu. It will take a lot of time. And again, as Annamalai, as the previous spokesperson has mentioned, the biggest challenge for Annamalai is to prove to the public in Tamil Nadu that he is getting rid of BJP. Because still people have been skeptically viewing him as a B team of BJP or an extension of BJP. These kind of allegations, normally political parties in Tamil Nadu
Yes.
paste it on their other opponents. But that was a political allegation. Everybody can easily come out of that. But it is
Yes.
not so easy for Annamalai to wash away that criticism, because he was the president of BJP. So he has to struggle a lot. Having said this, is he not having an opportunity? He has an opportunity, because as I said, Mr. Vijay has created a new path in the Tamil Nadu politics. And at this current point of time, if you take DMK, they were 23 seats in 2011. That was their least seat. And after that, in 2026, these 59 are their least seat. So DMK has gone back 15 years. If you take ADMK, in 1996, they were having 4 seats. After that, in 2026, they are having 7 seats they have won. So ADMK has gone back by 30 years in terms of MLAs.
Okay.
So the opposition has got weakened. And
Yes.
again,
Yes.
there was a thing going on before TVK
Yes, Mr.
government
Nankumar,
was
very
formed.
interesting point raised there. I want to bring in Mr. KV Lakshman in on this. Mr. KV Lakshman, building on that, when we say that even the opposition entirely has now weakened in Tamil Nadu, where Vijay has really swept the elections, does that also open up a door for an Annamalai and his party to perhaps come in and further eat into that weakened opposition? What if tomorrow, do you see him perhaps even sitting in opposition in Tamil Nadu? Are we going to see, by the time the next election cycle comes in, are we going to see an entirely different and new set of political parties for Tamil Nadu in your perspective, sir?
Devika, thanks for having me. As all the previous panelists hit upon the nitty-gritty of the new development, I would assume that TVK has already appropriated what all Mr. Annamalai is now attempting to. And it will be a huge challenge for Annamalai, as Mr. Nankumar was mentioning, because firstly, the TVK has to fail miserably. And I wonder whether it will happen, because the kind of support he's got from everyone, all including some elder people, it's not just only youth and women. Otherwise, you won't have the kind of percentage that he has garnered. So having and he's got some, definitely he'll be getting good advice from the bureaucracy and also good advice from the Congress, which is a past master in running governments and governance. And 2 3 weeks is too little a time to judge anybody. And being a film star is no disqualification. And cult politics, who keeps on talking about cult politics? What is the Modi phenomena we talk about? It's also a huge cult politics. And if BJP had won more percentage of votes in the Lok Sabha, perhaps there was some element of Modi effect also. If at that time people were voting for the Lok Sabha, and in state politics, I mean, the issues are different and people vote in a different manner. And definitely in Tamil Nadu, BJP is not the most preferred party of the people. And anyone who associates with BJP has not done very well in Tamil Nadu. As for in my 7 or 8 years of stay in Tamil Nadu, I discovered that there is some sort of a anti-BJP feelings. Maybe because of the fact that BJP was seen largely as a North Indian party, speaking or forcing, which is a Hindi party or a party of the Hindi people, and who wants to enforce Hindi or force Hindi on all wherever it goes. So that sort of a fear and has ensured, or maybe the fear of this propagated by the Dravidian parties, whatever may be the reason. Anybody who associated with BJP has not done very well. Like now we have seen AIDMK has really not done well. Otherwise, in Tamil Nadu, usually it was the alternate, it was the turn of AIDMK this time. But Vijay cashed in on the huge anti-AIDMK and anti-DMK sentiments. So, and he was, as Mr. Nand Kumar mentioned, he was at the right place at the right time. So, and now I wonder whether there is some space for another political party, unless the BJP eats in or gobbles up the AIDMK completely. DMK is not going anywhere. DMK is, I think it will be a very strong opposition party, which already it has started its campaign. And any slip up by TVK, I think DMK this time will be in a much better position to convince people. It is, Tamil Nadu will be witnessing, if Annamalai really gains traction. Elections are 4 years away, but it all 4 or 5 years away now. So it will all boil down to the fight within the for the opposition space. So it will turn it into a more interesting battle. But if TVK manages to do even 5% of what it has promised, it is going to be a bigger challenge for Annamalai to really be of significance in Tamil Nadu politics, especially given the fact that whatever he may say, he will be seen as a BJP leader only.
Okay.
He may call whatever his party. So that is something that Annamalai will have to see how best he is going to convince people that is not the case.
Right, absolutely. On that note, I thank all of our guests for joining us on the broadcast. Very, very interesting perspectives there. That's all the time that we have for this conversation. Stay tuned. We're coming up with the border crisis in the east on the other side. Stay tuned.